it's like just thrown around like whatever. I'm looking though into getting a standing desk, like one of those that you can
I love mine.
raise or decrease. The thing is like I need to get one of those, and I'm gonna have to get some like drawers because this desk that I have now has drawers where I keep just papers and things,
Yep.
files and everything. So if I do get that desk, I'm gonna have to buy separately the drawers.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's a dude. I sort of got TikTok shop has probably the best things and cheapest things ever. Supplements, cream of
And dude,
rice, desks,
Kaylee used to get
furniture.
so much for free
Yeah,
off of
that's
there too.
true. You told me
So
about
much
that.
for free. But I don't know why it just kind of stopped.
Why used to?
Maybe
I not anymore.
I don't know. Damn,
Ah,
I missed. There we go.
there you go.
I have no idea. I mean, I know she used to like request stuff and they would approve it, so she could have just stopped
Okay.
requesting
Also,
so much stuff.
I'm sorry. I said I was gonna crack one open for you, but the strawberry sun cream was not cold enough yet, so I had to take my lady's one.
Ah, it's all right. It's all good.
It's okay. But sodas taste so good. You're probably more
They
excited
do.
to have a soda than to eat all the food with all the amount of food that you eat right now.
Honestly, I don't have any. Last time I was, dude, I was ready. I was ready for so many things. I don't. I guess we'll blame it on the Retta, but I don't want anything
Oh, you're
really.
still on it.
Well, how long's the what's like the half life on that thing? I
Give
took
or
my last shot yesterday.
yeah, give or take 5 6 days.
Yeah, so that's why I took my last shot 7 days. He
Yeah.
told me to take my last shot 7 days out.
Okay. Okay. You're
Um,
good.
so yeah, it's still in my system. Um,
Pretty fresh.
yeah, but I don't know, dude. Mentally, like overall, just in terms of knowing myself, like normally, I'm doing much better than usual. But again, I think it comes down to like I made a post about learning how to lose, and that being like one of the biggest things that propelled me forward, and just like what that actually means, at least to me. And I feel like one of the things I said was if you do everything that you can, you know what I mean? Like there's just nothing left. This is exactly how I felt on stage last time, which is what I, kind of made a pact to make happen every single prep that I do. But it's like when you're standing on stage and you're like, damn, like I mean, I did
Yeah.
everything I could have done.
Nothing. Anything else is out of your control.
So the loss is like it's not really, that doesn't really concern me whatsoever, and not because I'm like Psh, there's no shot I'm not going to win, but not because of like anything like that, but just cuz like dude, I have a path that excites me whichever way this goes.
Yeah.
Because of that. And I also like, when it comes down to now, I did everything that I possibly could have. I nailed my first prep, but I was still extremely fucking nervous. And I don't really feel that way right now. I've been posing without mirrors for I don't know 5 6 weeks now,
That's good.
and it's getting my only issue now is like holding my poses, because I think I try too hard, so like I'm burning myself out more than I need to holding the poses. So I kind of like had to figure out how to not breathe, but like I do like little short, like Nate, like very very small. You know what I mean? So I finally kind of like figured out how to get that down, because that's always my issue. It's weird because like the conditioning's good, but it's like I just don't know how to breathe well and hold well
Yeah. The
But I
one
think I'll
thing
be
that
fine.
the one thing that I've been told from the very beginning, even from that time that I did men's physique, is since you gotta be smiling, especially on men's physique, is to
Have to is a strong word.
yeah, should maybe or recommend it. I don't know, but it's breathe through your teeth.
Hmm.
So it's
And
like
that even see, and even that doesn't really work for me because then I end up doing too much. So it's like I'll blow to an extent, and then once I'm like tied to where I need to be, it's like like I like very short breasts that feel like it like only stays like right here. And so that I kind of figured that out this morning, and then obviously I had the whole back thing that I had to figure out. Um, so I finally fixed that where I was like super lopsided.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most
So
uh, hardest things to fix, like imbalances in your posing, because you
it,
think you're doing it right and balanced, but then you're like crooked. So then you're like, oh shit,
yeah, well this was, I wonder if this will focus on here.
should be.
Uh, dang
Yeah,
it.
I
And
can see I can see the
the
shape of
glare
it.
is right where, but like one side was like up like this, and so I had to figure out how to not
If you
do
look at
that.
my pictures, I have pretty much the same with my shoulder. It could be like just back relax. Okay, maybe not this back relax. Today was actually pretty good. Um, but on my back, on my lat spread, and on my front lat spread, my right shoulder doesn't feel as good as the left one. Like I try to keep it kind of like balanced, but I know one is like rotated a little bit further, like
Hmm.
anterior rotation a little bit further. Um, and it looks uneven, so I try to like balance. And I think the mirror, in my case, it makes me do it too much. So then now the other one looks unbalanced. I'm like,
That's what happened to me too. It's like once you notice it, then you start trying to
oh,
overcompensate, and you
it's
end up.
awful. For example,
My posing coach was like, we were on the phone the other day, and he was like, "Dude, you need to stop. He was like, your back pose is getting worse by the day," because I just kept fucking with it because
so
it
in
was
my
just so
case,
irritating.
for example, in the most muscular, you will see it.
God damn, you're getting big,
Bro,
bro.
why do I look bigger in the camera
You,
than I look in the
I
picture?
don't know. You look fucking huge.
Bro,
Holy fuck.
I'm looking at it. I It looks bigger when I show it in the camera right here
I don't know, but you
than
look
if I look at it in the phone.
290
What the fuck?
lean in that picture. Holy fuck.
Anyway, guys, that is Photoshop. By the way, it's not. I'm not
Mm.
as objects in
Dude,
nature are not as big as they appear. That's what I should say.
I don't get why people do that, bro. It's always baffled me.
What is?
Like edit their like
Oh yeah,
lighting and stuff,
yeah,
sure, but like expanding your body,
yeah. I
that's
don't understand it.
like that's
You
some
know that
deep
even
rooted
Ryan
insecurity,
Perry did
bro.
it.
Yeah, I remember he got called out for that. Yeah.
This was
Hmm.
like last.
He blamed it on his editor.
Yeah, it was this year, right? Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
this year.
it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, yeah. He made his shoulders much more rounder, and then they
Hmm.
look cut up. Dude, the one
Which
that
is like,
actually
dude, you have the
I found,
best physique, men's
I
physique in
know,
the world. What
dude.
are we doing?
So many people that looked amazing. I don't know if you remember Justin's clients. Not clients, sorry, client.
Yeah, yeah, he was
No, no, no,
pissed.
her.
What?
The woman. I think she was a
Yeah,
figure.
he was. Yeah, that photo that was photoshopping it wearing
Oh,
the
you said
TM
he
stuff.
was pissed. Okay, sorry, sorry.
He was
Yeah,
pissed. Yeah,
dude, she
I
was
mean, I'd
like,
be pissed too.
she has like
You
the
get on
most
Instagram and you see
percentage.
your team logo on Goob's page, not good. I mean, they're like cool, so I think they're buddies or
No,
something. So
actually, yeah, no, they're very. I don't know
I'm
if
sure he
close
let
friends,
him
but they're
know,
good
like,
friends.
hey, bro.
No, Justin was like, dude, thank you for calling this out. I had no
Well,
idea.
yeah,
And
of
then
course,
Sierra
of
got back
course.
to the team
Yeah,
immediately. Bro,
yeah,
that was insane. She looked amazing. She
yeah,
was mad.
dude.
Like, why the fuck would you do that?
And
I don't
that's the
understand.
problem too. Is like when you do it, when you're at that level and you do it, then it's like you got a 17-year-old and you're like, they are the best in the world and they're doing it. Like that's that's the example. And it just creates more and more of a problem. And then there's more people that don't notice it and take it for real. And then they're mad because they didn't get photoshopped results in 2 months. And then it leads to all bad.
Do you think people that do edit their pictures do so because they deal more with body dysmorphia kind of situation?
I think it's a 50-50. I think 50% think so many people get away with this. And the the opportunity of money on the internet is so high that
Mm.
it's like I think 50% of the people are really just trying to make that bread, and then I think the other kind is like, yeah, they just get caught up in the like how many people look so much better than them, and but at that point, it's like, then why post? If you're that insecure, then you don't have to post on the internet. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Like that that's something I thought about like even like a year ago. I was just like, it feels like anybody who like gets into anything fitness now feels like they gotta post it and they got to become the person that like is a fitness Instagrammer. It's like, dude, you can never post on the internet and still go to the gym and such.
yeah. Plus, do you know how many people actually like speaking of this and not posting? There are so many accounts that are like a no face accounts and they make
Yeah,
bank.
yeah, oh, dude, clipping pages on TikTok, bro. Phew, yeah, it takes some it takes some powerful AI or a lot of time, but
I would just say like just people that record, for example, I see more on like trails and hiking people,
yeah,
and they never show their faces. They just record of as if you were seeing what they see. Like
that's
that's
why
what
I
I
want to
mean
get the
because
meta glasses to get
yeah,
for
but
the
this was
detail
from a while
page.
ago, so before the meta classes. But those look interesting actually. But yeah,
Hmm.
no, I mean, so many people have those type of accounts, like no face accounts, and they do amazing. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Hmm.
But now, speaking of the amount of bread that is in the internet, because thinking
It's a
about the
lot.
people who edit their pictures, I actually take the thing of body dysmorphia back because they will still see themselves in the mirror and they will still see themselves as not as buff as the picture of social media. So that really
Hmm.
doesn't shouldn't apply. It's more like they just need the validation from other people what they see on Instagram, I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
But now,
And
not
that's
gonna
why
lie,
people ask everybody the question like, would you
yeah,
still do bodybuilding if the internet was gone?
if the one on social media, yeah. Now,
Hold on,
when
pause. 1 second. 1 second.
got it. All right. Um, now he's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So going back to it, when it comes to monetizing social media, the green screen I've made from the mood guy, dude. Every time I see his videos, it makes me really think like how tough of a position are you and how fucked up of a position do you have to be for you to only be able to make money and that amount of money, like let's say he makes a good amount of money, from
He
just
does.
ruining your health, like absolutely wrecking your health and literally being a
Yeah.
detriment.
Especially
Because
because there's people who are in shape and do that
yeah,
as their. You could do
there
both.
I know there was a guy that was doing the mukbangs that used to
Hmm.
be very overweight. I would say pretty much like this guy.
Oh, you're talking about
I don't know the name.
avocado or whatever his name
I
is.
think so, yeah.
Yeah, I know
But
who
then
you're
he
talking
lost a
about.
bunch of weight, and I think he kept his popularity, just kind of like went into another direction, and it's fucking amazing. Like
Hmm.
I would be more inclined to watch this guy's page if he starts doing something for himself instead of thinking that a two Oreo packets is a fucking cereal.
Yeah.
It just makes me bad because like you're just killing yourself, dude. It's like I should say, what did he say? I can't say what off live. No,
What?
fuck. There's
Oh,
another term that people they
unalive.
unlived unalive. I don't know.
Unalive. Yeah,
Whatever.
that's what you got to do on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm like shit. But anyway, it's sad.
It's
It's
disgusting, is what
very
it is.
concerning, dude. But then it's so fucked up because he gets paid more for doing that shit. Now,
Exactly.
how do you take that? How do you step away from that?
Yeah,
Because now,
it's
yeah,
tough.
you are risking not being able to make an income whatsoever from this only way that you were gonna do it because you
Yeah.
decided to become healthier or whatever.
Have you seen the Tismala guy?
No.
It's basically him, but he's just this big black dude, and his like he's like, every day we eat good, and then he'll pull out like seven double baconators from Wendy's for and some like two large fries, and yeah, he's fucking. But it's just like, you can't even wash your ass.
No.
Like, what are we like? If I can't wash my ass, I better be 300 lean.
Exactly. Like, yeah, better be worth it.
Then I'll get a bidet. Sure, we'll be good. It'll be good, but not like that, bro.
Dude, there's
What
a
do you think?
video.
I was gonna say, what do you think about those? Because I mean, there's opinions to be had, obviously, but what do you think about those two extremes being compared? Like, let's say you're an Olympian open, you know what you're doing at that point, and you know how even though it's muscle, that weight is affecting you, versus being like, do you think that, or why do you not think that people like the bodybuilder should be looked at in the same way?
That is a very good question, actually, because at the end of the day, if you look at it from a very broad spectrum, let's say, they're both
No bias. Yeah.
no, no, obviously, but I was gonna say they're both kind of the same way. Like you're doing that from a personal choice and conscious choice. You
Hmm.
have the ability to turn around and go back to a healthier position.
Hmm.
The only difference I see is that bodybuilders who reach that point, they are still doing their utmost to keep themselves healthy.
Yes, I
Whether
agree.
the other person, literally not, none.
Yeah.
Like probably not even a multivitamin.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
So
No.
it's or they probably take the gummy bears because they're candy. Um, so in that case, I wouldn't say like it's even comparable. Like yeah, you have similarities, but it's completely
Apples or
different.
oranges. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think also too, if we take percentages, the percentage of like an open bodybuilder that dies at 50 and people that are 400 pounds that die at or before then is
Oh, that's
probably
another thing.
much
They don't
different.
highlight the amount of people that unalive themselves
Oh yeah, I
because
forgot.
of obesity and morbid obesity
Yeah.
because it's more common for that. It's more expected. But now bodybuilding being more, let's call it an exotic thing to do. Yeah, when one person passes away, it calls the attention. Oh, they were doing all this stuff. Like, well,
Hmm.
bro, the other guy was doing all the other stuff, like 5 Big Macs a day and Oreo sleeves per hour, or something like that. So it's like, it's just more. Yeah, it was expected. You know what I
And
mean?
nobody wants them to not be that way.
No.
Nobody. You know, and when I say nobody, I mean just the way our society is structured, right? Like you take away, let's take away more like obesity and like cancer.
Hmm.
The money hit
Oh,
to the systems,
no.
holy fuck.
No.
Goodbye. So it's like, you know, they are, how can we give them shit that's gonna, you know, they're gonna get addicted to, that's gonna make them spend more money in our pockets and yada yada yada. So it's like I do, that is the only area that I you know sympathize with people like that in, because like dude, some people, sometimes I talk to people and I'm like, you are so far behind the curve, like
Hmm.
scary in terms of food, health, those kinds of things. And so it's like, and then I think back to, you know, before I knew anything either, and it's like, dude, I didn't even know. Like, I give me a nutrition label from the back of a box. Don't, looks like a foreign language. Don't know what this is talking about. So it's like I get it, but you're also not making an effort to, like, if I saw myself at, you know, 280 pounds and not like a workout type of 280 pounds like that's, I was 30 pounds overweight and that was a wake up call. So it's like, I don't know. And I was doing this, I was eating the same type of shit and I was doing the same type of stuff. So it's like you said, it's a choice. I don't care.
It's a choice, but I'm also curious. Like, it's not that you get that way from one week to the other or one month to the other, dude. It takes
Mm-mm.
a long time, and whether you want to put it this way or not, it takes effort to be that way.
Yeah.
Like, what about the people in your surroundings? Didn't stop you or anything, bro? I was getting like my grandma called me. You are like, this is what my grandma used to say. Every time you come back from the United States, you come back fatter. Facts, because of all the shit I was eating when I was in here, and it was
Yeah.
true. But it's like, dude, my grandma was calling me fat when I was a kid, and I didn't get affected by it. But it made me realize that okay, I maybe need to be a little bit more careful. Like later
Yeah.
on, when that started happening, I'm like, shit, okay, need to be more careful. So it's mostly their fault, obviously, but also like they're no one tells you anything in your surroundings, like before you even got to that point.
Which is, I mean, I say this all the time,
Because
dude.
you
It's
look at
always parents'
this
fault.
way. I don't know, and I may be wrong in this one. I don't know of any person in that position who is not who is not living with their parents or with a spouse or anyone while they're in that position and as they get there.
I don't think you could.
No, but still, like as they weren't getting into that position, they were all living with their parents or with someone. So wouldn't that person say anything like, "Yo, you need to stop. Like you're literally overflowing from the bed."
No, but that's the, no. And that's the like, look, there's two different types of people. You had that happen and it, clearly turned it around. They don't want to, hurt feelings or, oh, I just want them to be happy and blah, blah, all those excuses that parents give.
Mm.
So, like, because they don't expect that outcome, you know what I mean? Of like, now look 10, 15 years later, what you look like.
It's tough. I think they made actually a documentary from this guy, the one that I make the green screen, and
Really,
his mom. Yeah, either a documentary or an episode, or an interview, something like that. And his mom says like, "Yeah, I know he's a little bit
a
overweight, but
little
he's
bit.
my kid. I like he wants
See,
this."
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I,
that
bro,
attitude.
you're an awful parent. Like, I don't care what you say. Like, shit, dude.
Hmm.
And I love when people are like, "Oh, you don't have kids. You don't know what it is." Like, when I could have. I don't need to have kids to know what it is like to be a good parent or not. Like,
Well, that's why it's so important to like, and why I feel like people like us are going to have that upper hand because that's why it's so important for you to constantly level yourself up, constantly try to gain more knowledge, constantly try to be a better human because no matter what, at the end of the day, you're going to end up raising your kid to be like who you are. Like no matter how hard you try, it doesn't matter. Like who they're going to turn out like because that's who they're going to watch and they're going to pick up on your mannerisms and like all those things. So it's like if you're, like that mom, she doesn't if she's soft like that, and not saying like, oh, you have to be so hard on your kid, but if that's her thought process, of course her kid's going to be like that too, and it's just mentally weak,
yeah,
unable to do the hard things, unable to have the hard conversations, which means you're not going to have the hard conversations with yourself, which means you're going to end up being 450 pounds. But if like for me, I want to be at a place where I'm like, if my kid was a spitting image of me and had my characteristics, is there's things in here that I'm not going to be happy with, and I should probably fix those before I do that. And people don't do those things. They just have a fucking kid at 23 while they're an idiot and broke, and 90% of the time doesn't turn out too good. And that's why we have too many dumbasses running around this earth,
chime
unfortunately.
in a little bit before, like after I'm saying what I'm gonna say right now about hard conversations because that just brought something to my mind. But I don't know if you saw that post that I made yesterday about people saying like, "Oh, dinner needs to be flexible, so I don't
Yeah,
eat
yeah, yeah.
anything."
Hmm. Hate
It's
that.
that same case, pretty much.
Hmm.
Maybe to a lesser extent, but it's that same thing where I see this more from women, older women than, I mean, not older like 40s or 50s, but mothers than
Yeah.
from fathers that they go, yeah, I just don't want to make other food different than my family's or eat separate things or cook twice. And I'm like, why not cook what you have to eat for everyone? It's not bland food. It's not tasteless. It's
As long as you're with
delicious.
the right
Why?
coach.
As long as you have a good coach,
Yeah.
um, that loves food. But
Hmm.
it's why it's just like they don't want to have the conversation of like, no, you're not gonna have chicken nuggets, or no, we're not gonna have pasta or pizza or in and out 3 times a week after practice,
Hmm.
because first I'm trying to get healthier, and second you should do as well. Yes, kids
Exactly.
can get away much more often with that because of how much energy they burn during the day, but that doesn't mean you have to adapt to them and they cannot adapt to you. Like
And
at the end of
oftentimes
the
they
day,
don't react like that.
I know. at the end of the video, I said that my uncle, whenever I went on vacation with them to ski and they took me and whatever, he said, if you don't eat what's on the table, you are not eating. You're going to bed without dinner.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to
Mm-hmm.
make anything different because you don't want to. That's how it should be. Like, why would you
Yeah.
make something else? Why just not make healthier things for everyone? If you need to change it and you do yourself a favor, it will be doing them a favor as well, like your family as well. And if your husband doesn't agree, well, that's another problem.
Yeah. And that's the biggest thing is like, do you not, yeah, you don't see a problem with like, oh, I want to do this because I want to be better and healthier and happier. So fuck your kids, fuck your wife. Like you don't want them to have those
I
things.
know.
So why
Why
wouldn't you
wouldn't
do
you
this for
want
them
to?
too? Yeah, that's like, but people don't think about it that way. Again, you hear so many parents with that same mindset. Oh well, my mom raised me, me and my brother pretty differently, and like that my little brother, because he grew up with, you know,
Hmm.
harder things than I did, at the end of the day, and she coddled him, and so and I have so many friends. Like, dude, I had a friend that I lived with when I went to college. Sorry, Mike, if you're listening to this, bro, but didn't know how to do laundry. What are we doing? We're 19, 18. What do you mean you don't know how to do laundry? What do you mean you don't know how to put clothes in, put washer pod in, click start?
Like
What do
it's
you mean?
not. It couldn't be easier.
And it's just like, those are not people who are like parents like that are not people who put themselves into hard positions, and so they had to grow whatever, so they're not going to do it for their kids, and then they're going to grow up and not do it for themselves, and it's going to be that cycle. So while there's a line between, okay, well, you're a little bit past just a hard dad, there is that line, but like, dude, I'm not I'm not just gonna give my kids an easy life. Like, unfortunately for you, you know, you can follow like whatever path you want to follow, but goddamn it, you're gonna go 150%.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. I don't care if you choose ballet, bro. I don't care, but you're gonna be the best goddamn like ballet. I don't even know what they call those, but so I think it's very important to, like you said,
Yeah.
have those
When it
hard
comes,
conversations with your kids.
dude, and with your spouses as well. Like when it comes to your spouse not wanting to, um, it's
Too
usually always
bad.
from insecurity.
Hmm.
Like, probably the husband doesn't look as good and he's afraid that if if his wife looks better, then and he doesn't look as good, then she's gonna be attracted to other people and other will try to take away, and you
Hmm.
don't have a confidence that she loves you and she will stay with you and choose you over and over. So that in that case I can see it happening, but I think it's just like the most shitty personality and shitty person ever, because you don't want to put effort on it. Now you're not letting your wife put effort on herself and take care of herself just because you're a little biatch that is afraid of losing his wife. Like, that is absolutely, and it goes kind of like, you just don't want your spouse to take care of themselves.
Yeah, weird. Just weird. And now, like, I've been working with this guy for, I don't know, probably 3 weeks now, and that was an issue I ran into. Was just like his, girl wasn't on board really at the
The
beginning.
tattoo guy,
Huh?
the tattoo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And his situation was a little different, and I get this in terms of the spouse, because he had already had like two different coaches, and they were trash.
Mm.
So if it was me and I had, I'd spent money, thousands of dollars on two coaches already, still got nowhere, whether that's, my fault or their fault, as a spouse, I wouldn't want you to go spend another four
Yeah.
grand either. So I get that. Luckily, obviously, we're very good at what we do, and that's, so all you have to do is open the book of transparency and let them look inside, and then it's like, okay, well, this is a very different experience than I got before. So, you know, you're able to work through that. Fuck those coaches who make my job so much harder. Um, but yeah, so I get those scenarios, and there are some people, normally women, um, not to be like that, but that are just not good with money. So it's like, sometimes it really is just like, dude, we can't spend that money right now. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, that's also a excuse which, if can be validated, I will take too, because it's like, dude, I did this without anybody at first too. Just take your ass to the internet and figure it out. You know, like that is a possibility. It's a much harder route. It's a longer route, but that's a possibility. So there's still no excuses. If you don't have the money for it, get the money for it. But in the meantime, to start
Do
educating yourself.
something.
To educate yourself a little. The internet's free, and both pages
And
you're looking at right
it's
here
not like we're
give shit
looking
tons of
I know.
information.
Now, I would say like okay, maybe we are currently we put more complex information for someone that is wanting to start taking steps forward, right?
Yeah.
But right today's days on the internet, it's not it's not too complicated to find out how many like how to count calories, how to count macros, and how much you need to eat. Like every single website on the internet is probably gonna say like at least 1 gram per pound of body weight if you want to do a high
Hmm.
protein, and they will explain why. It's not complicated.
Hmm.
People are just overcomplicating it themselves just for like an excuse not to do absolutely anything because they're fucking lazy to do
Hmm.
anything for themselves. Which, if that's why you hire a coach, so be it. I mean, we
There are
do
some people
see
like that.
guys work out. Yeah, no, absolutely. There are some
Yeah.
people like that. Like,
Yeah.
hey, those
I've
respect.
had it.
You better be making bank at your job for you to not even
Hmm.
want to bother taking like a little bit of time on reading instead of watching Netflix. Like, if you're just rather do Netflix instead of looking at a little bit of internet, then good luck.
I feel
But
like
yeah,
I was just gonna say, I feel like that's another thing that pushed me to, because I've said this on here before. Like, I wasn't a person that like loved to learn or loved to mentally level up, and like now that's
mhm,
something that I like really like want, desire. Um, so I think that point right there of like, dude, you can go look those things up. Super easy. That's why, there's not a ton of, that we're not everything we post is going to be for that level of people. So I think that's one thing that pushed me to like, okay, dude, you got to learn how to do some cooler shit.
yeah.
Cause this little macro plan and workout plan shit's boring. I'm going to get tired of it. The clientele is not the best. So that, at least for me, that I think that definitely pushed me to, you know, do more.
I agree. I mean, to that point, I think like currently the degree of clients we get, they all know how to do this.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like they all know at least how healthy eating is, how to meal prep, whatnot. Yeah, maybe like some of them still need a little bit of ideas when it comes to how to make food taste better and how to get creative.
Yeah.
I get it,
Shit,
but
even I do,
yeah,
clearly.
I mean, I'm just an obsessive with the kitchen. But then again, they all know what the difference between a healthy food and a shitty food, and how to count
Hmm.
macros and how to eat enough protein. They just need help with like a level of amounts and what to eat and at what times and how much of it, or whatever. But at the end of the day, they have a base of knowledge,
Yeah.
and that honestly makes it easier. I personally, like, even when I was doing a personal training in person, I just stopped looking for people who were just starting at the gym,
Yeah.
younger, older. I just didn't find it enjoyable to teach someone from the like from scratch.
See, like, but that's the thing that sucks, because a young kid who really actually wants to take it serious, has some decent potential, um, us at that age, that like
Yeah,
that's so fun, bro. But it's a needle in the fucking haystack.
yeah,
You know
no,
what I mean?
absolutely, I totally
Like,
get
not
it.
everybody's gonna give up their 19 to 24 year, to, I mean, in our opinion, do what you should be doing anyways, which is just, grind during that period and not party your ass off and waste your money and get addicted to alcohol. But not a lot of them are willing to do that. And so it's like, it's tough to work with those people. But when you find one, man, it's fun because they're also like in a place where it's just like you can just
Mold them.
make something, you know, because they're in like such a prime spot.
Absolutely. No, I agree. I'm not saying I'm not. Just despise them and they shouldn't. No, absolutely, they
No,
gotta
I
do it.
know. Yeah.
It's just like we all have a person or like an persona. There you go.
Hmm.
That we love to work more than others. It was
Yeah.
just like mine. Like very beginners were not the best, and I
Yeah.
even feel like there's a difference between young beginners and older beginners. I mean, goes again. I still see people at the gym, and it's just like the older people who are not very experienced are still not coachable.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, you are aware that you don't know how to train properly. Why not take a little bit of advice here and there? Why not look for someone to teach you? It's like,
Do you think it's
is it
because
a
you're
matter of
younger?
ego from looking from being taught from someone who's younger than you?
That's what. Yeah, that's what. I. But did you ever have any clients that would like try you almost like, or not even question you? Like I had one young guy who was just like I tell him we need to do something, and he's like, I think this is better. We'll do this. Okay, bro. Like, like that's when I started to like be like, dude, not gonna in person train probably ever again.
Those are a
Fuck this
few
shit.
of it, but I don't think so, honestly.
Yeah.
I
I
would
mean,
look
most
for
of them are
ways.
fine. Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, 100%. I was like, dude, okay, fucking stop paying. Stop paying. I'm getting like 12% of this money anyways, dude. Stop wasting your bread. You
Yeah,
just come
especially
here to
when you
tell me
work at
I'm
a gym,
wrong.
there's no much to say. Like you cannot tell them
Dude.
anything. The only thing you
Holy
can do is
shit.
like, hey, can you give this client to another trainer?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was I don't know about you, but I don't even kind of miss that.
No, not at all. Especially after being in self-made when you were your own boss, let's say, self-independent trainer, and you
Mhm.
were able to keep 100% of what you were getting paid for. So
That's
that
true.
already is a big difference.
Did you does that I'm sure that would make it at least a little bit more bearable.
Oh yeah, no. There's a lot of people that I know, a lot of friends of mine that are making six figures a year from just that. Yeah, one of my buddies is one of my closest friends. He just opened his gym a year ago on Friday. It was the anniversary.
Hell yeah.
Very nice equipment. I think the brand is the Gym 80 that you see more
Mhm.
in the UK and Europe.
Mm.
He brought it all from there. Very nice gym, like very clean because he's also like an obsessive person when it comes to
Mhm.
cleanliness. And it looks amazing. And even before he opened his gym, he was making above 300K a year. Yeah.
Damn, dude. I just like I get
But the
so
thing is,
burnt.
he was getting up at 4, finishing at like 5,
Yeah.
and then
I
coming
mean,
home, sleeping, like having dinner with his family, sleeping, and then the next day waking up at 4 again and going all over again. So
yeah.
he's a slave of his own. He's the how do you call it? The clown of his own circus.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
And that's the
that's what I never
problem.
wanted to be. Like I love
Mm-mm.
the in-person training. I had very good people work that I was able to work with. It's just like I did not want to be doing that. I'm being a slave of my schedule and of everyone for the rest of my life. Like I liked it. I didn't like it that much.
I just get burnt like having that many conversations for an hour back to back to back. Like having to be not having to be different people, but like you're just like all day long switching conversations with people. It
Oh
just
yeah,
burnt me the fuck out, bro. Just burnt me out.
dude,
Like
it's
imagine doing
exhausting.
this for 10 hours a day, but you know, each hour is a different person though, obviously.
Yeah.
Like that's mentally so taxing. And then I get home and it would just be like I'm sorry, but the last thing I want to do is talk some more, so like just fucking leave me the fuck alone.
Sip is skippy. He's like shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And oh yeah, and I made like fucking $50. Crunch was
Yeah. No.
raking it in off of me, bro.
Yeah, that was the first place I
Terribly.
worked at a crunch.
Yeah, terrible. I was making like
But
30%.
Yeah,
That's
they pay
ass.
you shit. But now it's
And I
like
wasn't even
I
getting handed clients. Like, what are we
what?
talking about? I got to get my own clients, and you're going to take 70% of my money. You're crazy. But
That's
like
crazy.
that's how bad I wanted to do something that I even kind of resembled what I enjoyed.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely get it. No, I was like, I think the most I worked continuously was like, I would say 5 or 6 hours back to back.
Mm-hmm.
I was already exhausted.
Gassed.
Like, that's it, bro. I'm like, I'm tired. I don't want to speak with anyone. I was gonna eat. I was eating in my car, like as the same as I was doing when I was on prep. I was eating in my car just to get a break from people,
Yep.
just to get some
Yeah.
silence, some quiet time. Like no music, no iron plates banging, no talking to people. I'm like just nothing. Me and my food. I'm
Yep.
like,
Yep. And it's like I at least for me, working at a crunch is just like the people I'm working with, you're all idiots. You don't know you don't even know you can't even begin to know what you're talking about. And then the guy who was like running the show, who he was kind of the guy that would go around and open the gyms, and then he would go to a different state when they were done.
yeah,
Literally told me at one point he was like trying to give me some type of like advice, whatever. But he was like, when I was a trainer and I was doing X amount of money, he was like, dude, honestly, it's like I don't give a shit if these people, he goes, between me and you, I don't give a shit if these people get results. I just need them to keep paying me. Right then, like, dude, I almost punched him in the face. Like this is not, no. We don't
that's
think we see eye to eye, brother. The fuck out of my face.
that's commercial gyms. I think a lot of gyms nowadays are leaning more towards letting people rent their facility.
As they should. My gym, bro, it doesn't. I mean, like he takes care of his trainers in there. Like, does not charge too much. His gym should be far more monthly than it is now. But like, dude, I watched him open that gym, and like, yeah, same thing. I mean, he's in there, has to be in there at 3 a.m. to do his workout. Then he cleans the gym. Then he stays there all day long. Then he maybe leaves at like 7, 8 p.m. Then he fucking sleeps a couple hours and comes back. Dude, I don't know how he did it. Finally had some help, but
That's fucking insane. I see. I
I
want
don't.
to open my own gym eventually, but
Hell no.
that's
Hell no. Not a shot. Not a
maybe
shot.
like
It
my own
used to be a dream
private
of mine too. It used to be a dream I had too. And then
after seeing that.
well, that and the crunch I worked at, I like helped open. I did helped with the marketing, setting up, like, and you just got to see. And I was also like, from the jump, we had those like initial classes, and I had already been like coaching people online. I just
Yeah.
fucking couldn't couldn't carry more than 8 people at a time to save my life. Like, you know what I mean? And so I was like working there, like side on the side, whatever. And the orientations and stuff that we had, like it was just immediately we had like 2 days in a row of like orientation, and they were already like, we're gonna try to get you to like run a gym in Texas, whatever. Which I jumped on immediately and was kind of like, hey, because that's when I was trying to move to Texas, and then
Yeah.
I saw where the gym was in Texas, middle of fucking nowhere. I don't even remember what it was called, but like, so he was so like could see the gap and
Yeah.
whatever. And it was just like they tried to make me do way too much. And I got to see way too much of the back end of them opening it and like what it was taking. And like, I was like, I don't ever, even though this is a commercial gym in a much larger scale than I would be on, dude, if has anything to do with any of this shit, I'm good. I'm straight. I can sit at home in my office in my underwear and make a few $1,000s in a few seconds. I'm gonna do that instead, actually.
Just
and
wearing a
actually
t-shirt, but then from the bottom down is like underwear.
and actually help people and not have a boss that doesn't give a shit
Oh,
if these people
seriously.
get results or something. Like, it's fucking crazy out there, dude.
I don't. I think that's thankfully changed a lot. I'm hoping. Do people even get? Well, probably yes. At like LA Fitness and shit like that, they still get their own trainers. But I don't know. It's just like those trainers, their standard is so low.
Yeah, well, it's just like the dude. Seriously, the gap in the knowledge is ridiculous. But that's the thing is like they're only supposed to be able to put together a below
Workout.
average workout plan and just tell you go harder, move your elbow here. Like that's the only job. Like they told us like you're not allowed to give no nutrition advice, nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you expect? And these people are paying out the ass for a couple, and this is why like a commercial gym like LA Fitness and shit, like getting trainers, they're a horrible idea. They go get someone like you, they're in a much better position. But these people, like, you're not allowed to do any of that stuff. These people are paying out the ass for two sessions, two 30-minute sessions a week. They're not gonna, they barely go to the gym outside of what they paid for.
Yeah. No.
Because that's in their head, that's like, what do you think is going to happen?
Do you want
You're
to know
never gonna get
tell you
anywhere.
a funny story? I still come across this lady from time to time, and it always caught my attention because she used to drive a Camaro that was wrapped in this like kind of like, do you know those colors that as you walk
Yeah,
by they change?
changes.
Beautiful.
Hmm.
And when I found out who she was, I was like, oh, that's your fucking car. Jesus, I loved it. It was like 2018. And this is the kind of people that go to this to get those training sessions. Is they would go, she was one of the ladies that used to go the group classes, and they were like the four same ladies, sweet ladies, amazing, I loved them. But after the gym they would just go to the Mexican restaurant like right across the
Yeah,
parking lot to pound some margaritas for happy hour. I'm like, what are we doing?
makes no sense.
None. Speaking of makes no sense, what about the people that they just work out, drink a protein shake, and they just eat like shit for the rest of the day?
It's see, a lot of people use the those little low hanging fruits that they can do, going to the gym a couple times a week, once a for like 1 week out of the month. It's just to feel like, hey, I'm doing something. Because if you sit with like you literally do nothing, because then you have the I'm trying. Those are the same people that
Yeah.
I've tried everything.
But that's the thing. They go have margaritas and they're like, yeah, but I can't lose weight. It's just like, it is what it is. You're literally having margaritas post workout. What do you want to lose?
It's the
Your money.
same.
That's what you're losing.
Makes me think the same thing every time. I said this to a client the other day. He sent me a message. I think I said this to you last time, and I literally just messaged back, dude. Like, did you even hear what you just said? I'm not even gonna. I'm not even going to validate what you just said to me with an answer. I would just want you to read that back to yourself and say it out loud. And if you
Yeah.
don't think to yourself like, "Oh, that's fucking stupid," we have bigger problems, much bigger problems. Like I, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's also people put way more value on the on lifting weights than they
Mhm.
should,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
They think it's gonna be like the end all be all and the magic pill and whatever, right?
Yeah, you're better. You are better off. The people that half-ass it, they're very inconsistent, but they'll go to the gym. Hey, maybe they've gone 7, 8, 10 times in a month, if that. Eat like shit outside. All the things we're talking about. Those people, like, you're better off not going to the gym and being solid on your diet and like getting steps. Like you'll get further doing that than you will not doing those things and going to the gym a couple times a week.
But you gotta remember, now you're comparing 23 hours of a day. So, like, let's say,
Yeah, that's a good point.
a week, 5 days has 160. I don't know how many. I don't want to count. You're counting 23 hours of a day versus 2 hours a week.
Hmm.
So obviously they're gonna take the easy because it's just, oh, 2 hours. Who Everyone has 2 hours in a week, even if it's
That's
like
true.
for 30 minutes or 2 whole hours. But
Hmm.
then the rest of the part, it takes like effort, like constantly putting effort into what the fuck to eat and whatnot. It's like, oh, of course. But they just like, oh, I went to a gym. Oh, I'm gonna have a protein shake because that's what you're supposed to have after a workout, right? It's like, oh, but then I'm not losing weight. What the hell? It's like, I don't know why. As they drink a margarita, like, yeah, I'm just drowning my pain. Like, look, margarita.
God, dude. There was three girls that came into a group class when I was working at Crunch.
Yeah,
Came into the class drunk.
the smell. Like
I had
absolute,
I had
absolute
absolutely
tequila.
zero words. I couldn't tell you, but like, it doesn't matter if you had no sense of smell. You look at them, yep, they're fucked up.
Oh my goodness, absolutely not.
What are we doing?
No, people just don't like to think. But okay, enough of this depressing shit. But peak week, 6 days out. What are your
Five.
thoughts? Five? Oh, it's a Friday?
No, you're right.
Saturday.
Six.
Yeah.
This day's almost over. Is
Yeah.
it?
For you, yeah. It's like
Yeah.
almost six. But
Yeah.
what are the thoughts? What's the game plan for this coming week?
Uh, just going back to normal low day, high cardio tomorrow. Probably be there for the remainder of the week till I
Okay.
leave.
When are you leaving for Isaboka?
Friday morning, probably.
Oh, okay.
Or I'm probably gonna try to go stay at. So I got to take my dog to her aunt's house, and
Hmm.
I'm probably just gonna try to stay there because then it'll only be like an hour and 45-minute drive, instead of leaving from here and it being like three something or four.
Okay.
So I'll just be closer, and I have to take a Epsom salt bath 60 minutes before the tan is what I was told to do, and I don't have a bath at the Airbnb. So it's going to be a little longer than 60 minutes, but I'm going to take one before I leave that house. So do what you got to do, bro, you know?
Hey, whatever it takes. And
But
then
no, I mean,
cardio all the way through, or it's still like,
I don't know.
yeah,
We'll see.
yeah. But by
I
now,
have to, st-
I
I have to do daily updates starting like Wednesday.
okay.
So I'll get I fucking hope I will get my plan at the start of my day every day.
Yeah. For my peak week, I remember Matt sent me the plan. Not so much for the diet, but for like how he wants to do. So
Oh, yeah, I have that.
the trainings, for example, was like don't hit quads past 6 days before the show.
Oh,
Same thing with
lucky.
hamstrings. Huh?
I said lucky.
I was literally gonna text you that yesterday when you were telling me like you don't know you want to train every other day. He wants you training every day. Sorry, I'm like
Yeah,
just don't do legs for like even though your men's physique you don't matter much when it comes to like inflammation in the legs or water retention in the legs. So that's also something else that you need to consider.
why he just told me to pull back intensity.
Yeah, but still, like usually legs, since your peak weight, your recovery is pretty trash, and you don't want to just
That's pretty
cause
good right now.
unnecessary inflammation. You're eating quite a lot, honestly.
I know.
Not
I
my
know.
case, brother. Not my case.
5 days in a row too is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I can imagine. But so lower a little bit inflammation. Don't be completely sore by the time I hit stage because then it's gonna be hard to pose. Then the definition on the quads are gonna be much blurred out if you are training legs pretty close to the show. Obviously, intensity and how much you push and what you do matters, but just to play safe, he was like that. So not quads past 6 days out. Same thing with hamstrings. I think it was like 5 or 4 days. And then he told me it's like whatever you train one muscle per day, and then the last day train everything upper body, but what you trained the day before. So let's say I think Thursday was my last workout. If on Wednesday I trained chest, then on Thursday I will do back, shoulders, and arms,
Hmm.
something like that. And still like high reps, 5 reps RAR, 2 sets per body part, or 3 sets per body
It's so
part, and stuff
hard
like
for me
that.
to train like that, bro.
Huh?
It's so hard for me to train like that.
I mean, it was. I don't know if it was 5 hours. It was still a very good pump. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, at that point, like for me, dude, right now a pump is quite easy to
Well,
achieve.
yeah.
Um, so like I've just been doing kind of like pumpish workouts. I wouldn't say 5 RIR, but definitely not
Hmm.
full blown eyes are about to bleed. But it's just hard. It's hard to pull back from there because it feels like you're not doing anything.
Well, that's the thing. Honestly, some people don't even train like past 2 weeks, 2 days out. It's like
I know.
very few people do train up to like the very day out, and I still think I still think like you should have at least one day the day before without doing any sort of training, even if it's just like
Well, I won't
one
train
workout or
Friday.
whatever. Yeah, but some people still do, and I mean they still see look amazing in show day. I just feel like if we can be even more recovered and not risk it, then it kind of like feels like it's better.
Hmm. Yeah,
So just more
yeah. No,
fresher, more relaxed mentally,
I
just
have
information and whatnot. But
I have. Let's see. Uh, 6 liters of water, fourth teaspoon salt and potassium each meal. Uh,
four?
a fourth.
Oh, I was like four
Yeah,
teaspoons. Like
not
okay,
four. No. Um, tomorrow I go back to like higher step count, so like 12 to 15. Uh, I'll be on a low carb plan starting tomorrow. We took out yohimbine. He told me to cut condiments, but I did that a while ago.
hmm.
Um, then just like normal, I'm doing vitamin C, glutamine, progesterone, bile boost, and then uh, magnesium citrate,
Hmm.
and then Tudka with like Tudka's only twice, but then the rest with each meal. We're putting in 60 grams of asparagus with each meal starting on Tuesday. And then my training is pretty much like that. I just train every day and don't do anything crazy. 3 days out, I'm doing full updates, and then 90 minutes after each meal. Uh,
Pose and pics.
no, it's like a full like check in.
Yeah, no, weight, pose, pics.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Well, but
yeah,
then
I do
there's
that.
like I gotta do today's weight, yesterday's diet, current PDs, supplements, yesterday's cardio and steps, what I trained yesterday, what I'm gonna train that day, how digestion is, how sleep is, the normal biofeedback stuff.
Yeah. Does have you putting your PM weight, your pre bed? No.
Mm-mm,
Oh, that's one thing I did. I like that.
mm-mm,
You reminded me. I was talking with a friend of mine, another friend of mine, and he's like much older, and he did a show not too long ago, his first show, and kudos to him, he was big, so he got himself all the way down. He had a 4 pack, not 6 pack, so not too lean. Um, I told him that he's gonna do another one, and I told him like, okay, this time if you're gonna still have your own coach, that is same coach, tell him to push you harder because he has a track record of not getting his people on stage shape. They're
mm,
older people, I get it, but they're all hard workers. They can still go further.
mm-hmm,
I was like, I don't know if it's because their people are like half-assing things. He's like, yeah, usually. I was like, well, but everyone are half-assing things, and you don't
mm-hmm,
half-ass things. I know you, and you still have more to go. You know what this motherfucker told me?
hmm.
I was laughing when you said asparagus because it reminded me of this. He said like, yeah, he didn't have me doing asparagus, so it's probably I had a little bit more water. I'm like, no, bro.
Right, right. Yeah,
It was
that,
not
the
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 asparagus.
magic pill, the asparagus. Just for that, I'm gonna not eat any asparagus this week, just to prove I'm wrong.
Like, I was like speechless. I'm like, huh? What? And
The most powerful diuretic, asparagus,
right?
better
Like
than
asparagus are
Clen.
gonna just uncover the third line of abs. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, no, let's not go even go there.
Why would we need retatrutide, bro? We have asparagus. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
Take 3 spears of asparagus.
Natty,
That's
bro.
your diet.
Yeah. Natty life, dude. These motherfuckers are spending hundreds of dollars on retatrutide when you can go spend $4 on
We
asparagus.
should make a post like the best diuretic in the market. Asparagus,
Asparagus.
like a spear.
God damn,
Oh, dude.
dude.
Oh, that was
They keep
funny.
raising the prices of shit. That's what I'm gonna go back to.
It's like, fuck. Hey, careful. The asparagus is like what, $5 a pound
Our
now?
already, yeah. Our guy, our guy raised his prices.
Fuck. I think I'm gonna stay with the diazide. Safer.
Shit, bro. Shit
All right,
costs an
bro.
arm and a leg.
I'm gonna go eat right now. You're probably gonna have to eat soon too.
I would love to go eat.
What do you
Let's
have
do that.
next? Oh, do you see my message with the red meat?
Uh-uh.
No, I bought at so I have a meat grinder at the house.
Of fucking course you do.
I forgot about it. It's actually my stepmom's, but dude, I was having so much fun. Like, look at this shit. I bought like I think it was
Damn.
top round and like $6 a pound or something like that, and I just
Oh,
cut it in
you
cubes and
lucky
grind it.
motherfucker. I need to
Oh,
get one
that
of
was
those. I bet it
I
wasn't even
swear to
that
God.
hard, huh?
No, it was actually fun. It was, and then I
That's
just throw it in
terrifying.
the pan with the coconut oil. That's why I send you like I was thinking of you because you told me to do that. So now I have a
So
nice
fire.
container of ground beef, like not actually ground beef, like ground top round. So it's
Yeah.
like you know what it is.
Yeah.
And
Quality, yeah. Costco, huh?
yeah,
Hmm.
and it's much cheaper than even the lean ground beef that is like $8 a pound nowadays.
I'm gonna
Like
start
it's
going to
insane,
Costco when I get back on a growth
dude.
phase.
The container of coconut oil. I don't know why you even waste your money in somewhere else.
Yeah.
A
It's
big ass
massive.
container,
My
like
clients have it. It's
big,
huge, dude. It's huge.
$16.
It's like an oil drum.
Yeah,
You can buy a $16 one for that's like this
I
big at Walmart.
know. That's what I'm saying. You probably spend $16 for yours, or probably more.
Honestly, dude, I found a cheap one there. It's not it's probably a fourth or a third of the size of that one from Costco, but it was like $11. But it's lasted me for a while. But I started giving it to my dog too, so it's about to go really fast.
Yeah, definitely get the Costco card, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I need now. I should have done it the other way around. Now I need to text Dom. He's like, "Hey, can we put red meat on my diet?"
Oh, it's not in there? You don't have red
No,
meat? What the
no,
fuck?
I haven't had it since I started with him.
Why?
I don't know. I wasn't eating red meat,
What do you eat?
chicken.
That's the only protein source you eat?
No, bro, you know I have the creamy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, so chicken and protein powder?
chicken, protein powder, eggs, and egg whites.
That sounds like shit.
I liked it. I like chicken.
Ugh.
It's good. But yeah, I was eating ground beef
Red
a
meat's
while ago
always
that
going
I
to be
was
superior.
always, obviously. I don't know. It just like kind of got out of it, and I just put
Dude,
chicken.
I will never get tired of ground beef. Never.
If I need to be honest, I don't know why I took it out. I just did.
Uh,
I remember having it on my pre-workout, and I was doing beef, rice, and banana, and then I just switched it because I wanted the chicken, rice, almond butter, and banana. So I took it out, and then it just stayed
I
out.
do so I'll do ground beef, rice, pickles, and then like when I get out of prep, I'll do like a either like a pico, like a mild pico, and then ketchup. Honestly, I might try to keep mustard in this go around for this next growth season. I'm gonna try to not get. I only like it in prep usually, but anyways, it's like a. And then if I have room for it, a little cheese. It's like a cheeseburger.
Mm. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. The day that I made the addition of putting cheese in my oatmeal, like savory oats,
Ugh.
no, dude, it's like having a creamy rice. Don't give me that shit.
No, I'm sorry. You won't get me on that one, man. Not gonna get. You
I
won't
don't
get.
need
You won't get me on the blueberries and beef either. Ever.
that was too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
Like
Reaching.
I wouldn't I if I'm making my own meal, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Again, I used to do it. But so I don't need you to do it. I just need you to accept it for what it is. Because
That's
oatmeal on
fine. I
itself,
can do that.
it's absolutely plain and boring and bland.
Yeah, that's why
It's
you
not
put
savory and it's not
dark
sweet.
chocolate and peanut butter and
Absolutely. I do that in the morning.
yeah. You have oats twice?
Yeah. I love
God, your
oats.
meal plan sucks so much worse than I thought. Oh wait, but then you do the baked oats, huh?
Yeah.
So you just did the cheese that one time.
Yeah. No, I
Oh,
have it. I do it every day,
oh yeah, fuck no. Mm-mm.
but it's just like a big bowl of like creaminess with oats, eggs, and egg whites and veggies, and I put the cheese, so it makes it like cheesy. It's fucking delicious. Come on, bro. You didn't know? I posted it so many fucking times.
Wait, what about if you did all that in a bowl with like some baking powder and bake and put it in the if you blend the oats into like a flour,
Yeah.
an oat flour, because if
Hmm.
you have because they make those things that's like almost like a what's that called, quiche?
Yeah.
Because you have eggs and
I'm
cheese in
gonna
there.
stop you right there before you describe an abomination.
That sounds
No.
fire to me.
No.
That sounds fire to me.
No.
Anything that you put eggs into
Because
and bake,
quiche, I'm gonna explain. Quiche is like a savory pie.
but people I've seen people do this where they do like eggs, like a banana or something,
Yeah, there's
baking
zucchini
powder,
bread.
and then oat flour. Not, I mean,
Yeah.
they just make muffins with it.
Yeah, it's like
So yours would just be a more savory muffin. It's the same, literally the same ingredients and same taste profile that you're eating right now. You see, that's it's. I didn't add any ingredients whatsoever, whatsoever. That
how
texture
come
just
you
sounds
can
so much
say
better to me
that will be fire, but
because it
me
sounds
having it,
because a soup like a soupy fucking
it's
oatmeal
not
doesn't
soup.
need to be cheesy. That's
It's a
fucking
risotto.
gross. No, that's
You ever had
rice.
risotto?
That's rice.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, not
creamy rice.
oats.
It's creamy, bro. What is a rice? It's a grain.
So it doesn't taste like oatmeal.
Oats is a
Doesn't,
grain.
but they don't taste the same.
No, but oats is bland. You can put it any kind of flavor you want.
False.
You just
Almost anything besides cheese, maybe. That's crazy.
you just
That's crazy.
wanted to make it in a muffin, and you would have been like delighted at the
No, I
thought.
wouldn't have done a muffin. It would have been more like a, I don't know, like a rectangle shape or something.
A cake.
Sure, yeah. Egg
No,
cake. That's basically what quiche
I
is.
don't know.
Egg cake.
No, it's a pie.
Yeah, but it's like an egg cake. It's fluffy like a cake.
Yeah, because of the filling, but the dough, like the oats, is the crust.
But
It's
there's
not a whole
egg.
thing. That's the thing.
But there's egg.
Yeah, but you're
Yeah.
saying to mix all together and to bake it.
Well, I'm not a fucking baker. I don't know how it would work. All I know is the consistency of what you posted, it looks fucking gross. That consistency sounds much better.
Absolutely not.
That's all
There's
I'm
no way.
saying.
Do it.
No. No. That was just my like best case scenario if I was forced to eat that abomination.
You would just make it soft and airy.
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
Not
If I'm gonna
liquidy.
put baking
Not
powder, I'm
yeah,
gonna
I
put
don't
some.
want cheese flavored snot. I don't want to eat that. No.
It's like a cheesy rice, motherfucker.
Hey man, I make my cream rice thick, so I don't know what you're talking about.
You need to try the baked cream of rice.
I need to try pure cream rice.
Yeah, you need to try my cream of rice, which is
Pause.
in the
I don't like
process
that.
of. Oh, my
Well,
knees.
I'm gonna go eat fish and
Yeah,
rice.
Michael,
How
for
about
real.
that?
That
All
sounds
right,
fire.
man. It is. It's okay.
Put some, blend it and put some baking powder, motherfucker. That will be disgusting. Absolutely gross.
Absolutely not. No.
Make some fish pancakes. You know what?
Ooh, bro. Ooh.
I think
Gross.
the end of the podcast was so much better than the first 50 minutes.
Unfortunately, people won't make it that far.
Well, yeah, I know they'll make it. I'm gonna make a trailer of this, putting all this part, and be like, "It's worth the
Skip to minute 55.
wait."
Boost our
Almost
watch
45
time
minutes.
and get the only entertaining part.
Right. All right, brother.
All right,
Go for
man.
it. Go eat.
We out of here.
Talk to you soon.